This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us.
Well, first tonight, some cooler weather is on the way to the Suncoast.
That's right. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan to find out when we can get a break from the heat.
Are you ready for some fall, folks? I know I am. It's been a long time for the summer heat to stay with us. In fact, most of October has been above average, but get ready for it. Tonight we'll get back to average, but tomorrow you'll notice a big difference throughout the day. Here's a look at the Van Wezel webcam. Some heavy rain last night and this morning associated with the front. And then notice what happens right around 2 p.m. At least at Sarasota, skies clear. We have this high, thin cirrus clouds moving overhead, but that's about it. The dew point temperature is always very important in determining what the low temperature is going to be overnight. And right now they're in the low to mid 60s here. Our average low right around 64, 65 degrees, so it shouldn't be degrees. But look at this, upper 30s in Pensacola, 50 in Tallahassee, 51 in Jacksonville. That's the secondary front that's going to move on through, and it's going to really bring a big chill for us tomorrow. Now that first front is through. It's still very active down to our south, producing some rough weather near Miami and also near Lake Okeechobee. There's another front to the north of it, but we can expect fall to move in throughout the day tomorrow and stick around for a few days too, at least through Thursday. You can see the lows tonight will be close to seasonal averages, low to mid 60s, but we haven't had average temperatures in so long. We're going to see that happen tomorrow morning. Well, we'll also focus on this. This is a tropical disturbance that we're watching right now down to the south and west of us. We'll have more on this coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Right. Well, the Manatee County School Board is meeting tonight to discuss a number of topics. One
of them being the approval of an agreement with the Supervisor of Elections on a measure that will ask voters to approve higher taxes for schools. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is live with why the school board is making a decision tonight. Dwayne? Sorry about that. We can tell you a little bit more that the millage rate will cost the district $300,000 to put on the ballot for a special election in March of next year. The board cannot issue a millage increase on its own. It has to be voter approved. We talked to board members just a little while ago about whether they're for or against the increase. And for board members supporting it, their main focus is raising teacher salaries. Those dissenting, it's a matter of asking Manatee County taxpayers to pay more than their fair share.
I really do believe that if we cannot compensate our teachers in a more equitable manner, that we are going to continue to see people leaving the profession entirely, leaving the district for other districts where they do compensate their teachers fairly. And I know that the stress of the whole thing is really affecting people's health and their ability to give 100% in the classroom.
And we'll have the outcome of tonight's meeting coming up at 11. A special election will also take place in March on extending Sarasota County school tax. While the school board voted unanimously to approve the referendum, there was disagreement over how long the special tax would last. Ultimately, the board voting for a 4-year span. Property tax raises millions of dollars for the school district, which helps it maintain its status as one of the best in the state of Florida.
Tonight, Southeast High School's dream of making the playoffs could be going up in smoke. 6 of their team's football players are being punished for how they acted at a football game last Friday night. ABC7's Bobeth Yates has all the details.
Southeast High School football team was well on its way to become a district championship contender. But now the suspension of 6 of their players has all that up in the air.
They identified those student athletes who were involved in the situation. Those that were particularly involved were suspended for 4 weeks from any extracurricular activities.
The situation being referred to as a fight that occurred after the Southeast Wauchula Hardy High School football game. According to witnesses, the players were shaking hands at the end of the game when the altercation broke out. And Manatee County School District officials say the 6 suspensions came after careful review.
It's a privilege for our student athletes to represent their schools and the school district of Manatee County. And as a part of that, we expect them to act in a way that's supportive of that privilege.
Prior to that game, Southeast High was undefeated, and the team was on its way to the playoffs, with Wauchula High being one of the schools standing in the way of them meeting that goal. But Barbara says it seems that when Southeast lost the game 24-21, The emotions of what could have been got the best of some of the players.
We're not saying that the fault completely lies with one team or the other. When games are extremely close and hard fought like this, tempers can flare, but that's part of the learning process. They have to learn to be able to deal with, emotions, and when things don't go your way.
Sentiments students we spoke to agree with.
They're students, so it was a fair punishment because even though they play football, they should still get the same punishment for fighting.
It just showed really bad sportsmanship, and it really did make our school look bad.
In addition, school district officials say suspensions are also pending for some of the players on the Wauchula Hardy High School football team. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Bobeth, thank you. The City of Venice voting today to ban medical marijuana dispensaries. The city previously voting to ban doctors' offices that prescribe the medical cannabis. The dispensaries would house and distribute the medication. In a 7-0 vote, the City Council agreed they do not want those offices within the city.
By limiting access, you're doing nothing but making it very difficult for your constituents to find appropriate medical care.
City Council will be holding a second reading and vote on the dispensary ban in the coming weeks.
Construction for an overpass above Laurel Road connecting the Legacy Trail is set to begin in just a few weeks. The 90-foot long overpass will sit about 18 feet above Laurel Road and will allow traffic to flow while bicyclists and pedestrians travel along the Legacy Trail. The bridge will feature stairs and 2 handicap-accessible inclines. Pedestrians and bicyclists used to have to press the button at the crosswalk and then wait for that signal to turn green, temporarily slowing down traffic.
It might sound like it's not inconvenient, but a minute stopped to some people is a lot.
That project is expected to be complete by next fall.
So the bike riders are going to love it, and the drivers who don't have to stop are going to like it too.
Exactly,
yeah.
A win-win for both.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a state senator from the Suncoast will be taking on an important position in the Senate beginning in 2019.
Plus, Governor Rick Scott taking a trip up north, why he wants businesses there to move their operations here to Florida.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now before it's too late.
Make us fly! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
The Alfa Romeo Stelvio takes the modern compact luxury crossover and injects it with personality.
Every crossover should be this good to drive.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Do you have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 16th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival presented by Publix, Saturday, November 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me.
Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
I went in skeptical and came away impressed.
Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds, a segment best.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
State Senator Bill Galvano has been designated by fellow Republican senators as the next president of the Florida Senate. Galvano, who represents Manatee County, is slated to take over as Senate president after the 2018 elections. This is assuming Republicans hold their majority in the chamber, which is now 24-16. Over his 13 years in the House and Senate, Galvano has handled the investigation of a House Speaker, a gambling agreement with the Seminole Tribe, and a major higher education initiative.
I wanted to send a very clear message to the members that I intend to learn from them, share ideas with them, and value their input into the process.
Galvano says he knows the state will face budget challenges in the next few years, including dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Irma.
Governor Scott will be heading to Chicago this week to share why businesses there should consider moving to Florida. Scott says over the past 7 years, taxes have been cut more than 75 times in Florida, saving taxpayers more than $7 billion. He says this led to the creation of more than 1 million private sector jobs. The governor claims anti-business policies have overburdened Chicago companies, so he wants to meet with site selectors and job creators and encourage them to move to and invest in Florida.
Well, stay with us. Up next, Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert weather forecast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Well, Bob, I went for a run this morning on Longboat Key, and it was gorgeous out. Very nice, breezy. It wasn't too bad.
Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I went for a drive this morning. We ran into some rain, some storms with a cold front that actually moved on through, and it did bring some heavy rainfall last night. Now we have hopefully no rain on Saturday morning when we have our big Making Strides walk against breast cancer. That's at the Nathan Benderson Park. It's Saturday, October 28th. Registration 7 a.m. The walk is at 9 a.m. The forecast calling for mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance for showers, and temperatures in the upper 60s to mid-70s by the end of the walk. Now, viewer photos sent in, and this one from Barb Wilson, some high-level cirrus clouds, and you can see those are moving on in. That's near Venice. We appreciate that. Barb Wilson sending that in to pics at mysuncoast.com. Well, the Van Wezel webcam showing that rain around this morning, early this morning, but then about 10 o'clock, things started to look a lot better out there, and then really cleared out around 2 o'clock this afternoon. And you see those waves a little bit higher out on the waters as well as a result of that strong northwest wind. We talked about this earlier. The cold front, the first of a couple, has moved on through right now. This one continues to settle to the south of us, creating some rough weather over South Florida. But the secondary front is really non-distinct as far as rainfall goes. It's over the Panhandle. That will continue to usher in much cooler air throughout the day tomorrow. So it'll move through relatively unnoticed beginning in the early morning hours on looks like Wednesday. And then we'll see a much cooler air throughout the day on Wednesday and into Thursday morning. 69 by 11 o'clock. Clear skies anticipated. Should be a nice, pleasant evening for a walk, run, bike ride, or tennis, whatever you have in plan. And you can see that secondary front, a little push of air right there making its way through Tallahassee now. That's where the dew points have really bottomed out tonight into the upper 30s there as far as dew point temperatures go. Currently it's 74. We have clear skies and the dew point 62. Winds out of the north-northwest at 8. And the pressure 29.87 inches, and that is on the rise. But although it's falling 1 point now, it will continue to rise, though, as high pressure builds in. The high today was not above average, but still warm, upper 70s despite the clouds and showers. 84 is the average, but the low this morning was well above average at 74. Our normal low, 65, and that's what we'll be tomorrow. And you'll really notice the big chill by, it looks like, Thursday morning. Well, overnight, last night we saw over 2 inches of rainfall at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. Some areas picking up nearly 3 to 4 inches of rain, especially near the coast. Now, as far as the hourly forecast goes for Wednesday, a few clouds around as that secondary front moves through. Clearing out, though, throughout most of the day. We'll have lots of sunshine, breezy and cool conditions. Highs will be in the low to mid-70s. Those winds will stay strong out of the north and northwest, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour. And that continues on into Tuesday. Well, the forecast model shows that frontal system continuing to push to the southeast. Here's 8 a.m. Some showers and clouds around, but not much. A sprinkle here and there, but we are not anticipating much in terms of that. We do have to watch this, though. This is a tropical tracker showing an area of low pressure. The National Hurricane Center giving this now a 50% chance developing in the next 5 days and moving it off toward the north. There's a lot of uncertainty as to where it will go, but it could really bring us a good chance for showers and storms come late Saturday and into Sunday now. It doesn't appear it will be too strong of a storm if it were to develop at this point. Small craft advisory in effect for boaters. Seas running up to 4 to 6 feet. Rough conditions out there in the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 81 degrees. That's soon to cool too as a result of the strong northwest wind. Low tide upcoming 9:34. Sunset will be at 6:53. Tonight mostly fair, breezy and cool. 64 for your low. Tomorrow lots of sunshine. 75 and north winds a bit breezy. The extended forecast 55 for a low on Thursday morning, and then we warm up on Friday. Good chance for storms comes late Saturday and into Saturday night. We'll be right back after this. No, back to you guys.
Thank you, Bob. Just a reminder that if you want to stay up to date on the latest breaking and local news, see alerts on your phone. iPhone and iPad users will need to download our new news app. Just go to the App Store and search for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users will get the new version automatically. Linda?
Coming up, we'll tell you how this amazing woman is making a difference in the lives of our seabirds here today and those to come in the future.
President Trump face-to-face with GOP lawmakers. Are Republicans ready to come together on tax reform and what their new plan means for you? World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
If you're looking for a rewarding job you'll love, good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you.
Save Our Seabirds on Sarasota City Island was hit hard by Hurricane Irma, and ABC7 was there the next day to show you the damage.
A huge tree had been uprooted by the storm, tearing up the walkway and destroying cages. Buildings were damaged, debris was scattered everywhere, and some injured birds had escaped. But after our broadcast, CEO David Pilston says volunteers came pouring in.
A lot of them who had never been here before, a lot of individuals, but also several companies that came out. This is where the tree was damaged and basically knocked over and crashed into this cage. And a company named Simply Trees down in Venice came up and removed the stump with us, along with eGulf Land Services. They just came in and volunteered and helped us out.
As you heard, local businesses also helped out, and after a few days, all that damage was repaired.
Great news.
Now, Save Our Seabirds usually has about 150 injured birds in its hospital facility.
ABC7's Linda Carson introduces us now to an amazing Suncoast woman who helps make all of it possible.
Save Our Seabirds rescues and rehabilitates hundreds of birds every year. Much of its current success is due to Ann Anderson. Ann's love for birds started when she was a child in Rochester and tried to rescue a robin.
I carried it home so carefully I could feel its little beating heart, under the downy feathers, and got home and I found an old Easter basket up in the attic, and I brought that down with some grass and put the little bird in it. Hung it up in a tree.
But it died.
I just cried and cried. So I think all this time later, all my time here is atonement, but that's sin of long ago. At least I'm saving birds now. She recalls her college days. I went to Northwestern for 2 years and then transferred to the University of Minnesota. That's where she met her husband. After the children were born, they moved to Atlanta, but they frequently visited Sarasota, and Ann loved the Pelican Man's Bird Sanctuary. And then one day, I think it was 8 or 9 years ago, I stopped by. I couldn't believe it. The grass was all overgrown, no birds, everything falling down and decrepit. The Pelican Man had died and the sanctuary had closed. Anne was devastated. She joined forces with Lee Fox, who was trying to get it started again. We got the money together. There was an initial sum that we had to prove that we had available. And we had to go down to city council and talk to people and get people on our side, basically. They didn't want us to get it started and then not have it work out. It was a tough job. There were many times in the beginning I wasn't sure if it was going to work out or not, but we made it through the initial problems. And once David came on board, he was the one that really was a businessman, and we had to learn how to run it according to good business practices. But for Anne, extremely rewarding. My reward is the birds. When I drive over the bridge, maybe every evening, and I see a flock of pelicans against the clouds and the sunset, and I just think, oh, maybe a couple of you are there because of us. And her life lesson? My philosophy of life can be summed up with do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And for Anne, others includes creatures as well as humans.
The mission of Save Our Seabirds is to rescue, rehabilitate, and release. And Anne wants one of her legacies to be that these birds always get a second chance here, and those that can't be released have a home for the rest of their lives. Yes. Linda Carson, ABC7, the Suncoast News.
Looks like they were having a great time out there.
Yeah, and you will too if you go out there. It's a great facility, and we really learn a lot, and there's a lot of educational programs for the kids that go out there. They even have an app. You can actually look at all the different birds, and the app will tell you what birds you're looking at, what they do, and their habitat as well. So it's really quite nice.
I think the birds are going to like this weather too.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah. Well, News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you back here again at 11.